Happy Black History Month, family, from yours truly, Shalil, over at the TPOV Podcast. I have an outstanding show for you guys tonight. We're going to touch on topics that is highly needed in our community. First, we're going to be touching on Monique and Steve Harvey. Secondly, what is considered to be a great education. Last but not least, financial literacy. And that's highly needed in our community. Please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And please, please, please support me as I keep on moving. Ain't no stopping us. This is Black History Month for the rest of the year, for the rest of our lives. Let's stick together. Let's make this thing work. Peace and love, family, from yours truly, Shalil and the POV Podcast. What can be better than us? God bless. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the POV Podcast. We live here tonight. I have a special guest in the building. My man Big Rick, my sister Nicole in the building, my man Rafiq, long-time high school friend. Of course, my co-host is here, and G Carter, my man JT Thomas. We diving right into it, family. All you guys saw the conversation between Steve Harvey and Monique?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, what's your thoughts on it, Big Rick?
I don't think he did anything wrong. Besides the only thing I would say that he didn't really address some of the issues that she asked him. Like, why didn't you? What was it? When she was talking about him calling her, like, why didn't you call? And also, as I looked at it again yesterday, and also when she asked him about would he have something that he didn't do that also concerned her. It kind of slipped my mind. But that was her part. But I think overall for her, the way she came about it, I think it was crazy. I mean, if you're going to do what you're going to do, expect the backlash.
Do you think Steve Harvey cooned out?
I don't think he cooned out.
So you agree with what he did, just not how he did it?
Just not how he did it. I just think there's some things he can say, and some things he can't say.
So he's playing the game, basically.
That's it. He got to protect his neck at the same time.
Because he said it's not about integrity, it's about money. So, dude.
I mean, at the end of the day, you got to support his family. I mean,
if you listen to what he said, when he said about integrity, he also broke down that he's going to give that up just to make a statement. Keep that just to make a statement. But what happened to his family? What about people that's depending upon him? What about the generation to come? So should he throw all that away just for that?
But your name should represent integrity. Like, I'm gonna do business. I'm going to keep company with people that have integrity, because you're showing me, as soon as enough money shows up, you'll throw me under the bus. So,
he cooned out. She's trying to say Steve Harvey cooned out.
I'm not saying
I
that.
don't think she's saying he's cooned out.
I'm not saying that, but the thing is, you gotta be mindful of who you keep company with.
Mm-hmm.
So some people you could keep surface, and some people you could go deep. He would not be someone I would want to go deep with. It would be surface.
You just play him accordingly.
Exactly. And, they both were wrong, and they both had their wrongs, but they both had their points. So with her, how she went about doing things, not to say that the reason why, she basically, how she reacted. It's always about how you react to something.
Monique's very emotional.
Okay, we all emotional.
Women, I think the problem was that she was being treated unfairly. According to her, you treated me unfairly. First of all, it's a lot of things that people don't know that she didn't, expose to the world. But Lee Daniels knew, Oprah knew, and she felt like, if y'all really my sisters, y'all really my brothers, why are y'all, like we talked about yesterday, why are y'all praising me in the dark? But in the dark, but in the light, you saying that, I'm good. She need to calm down.
But still, this is a teaching moment for her. Just because you expect people to behave in a certain way doesn't mean that they will. And this is how you handle things with grace.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a teaching moment for her. So how she handled it, not to say she doesn't have very valid points, but how she handled it, she could have done better. And she will do better, because she seems like the type of woman that grows from her mistakes. But at the same time, she does have some very valid points. But the thing is with Steve Harvey, you know, that statement. Come on now, you can't flex because we black.
Yeah, I don't like that because it's like why do we always have to be quiet about something that's rightfully ours? Like why I can't flex if you owe me something, and then you know what you're doing to me is wrong, and when I say something about it, you know I'm wrong, but you have to be quiet. Like you got to go about it a certain way because if you do it this way, you're gonna look like a monkey, a nigga. Like,
no, see the thing
I
is,
think that's
he
what
didn't say that you couldn't speak about it. You couldn't say that. He just said the way you can't come off the way you would normally come off, but you have to come off a different way.
But is it because we playing their game? Like why
Yes.
we have to?
When you're playing their game, unless you have your own money, you're in your own system. They're paying you. You're not. If they stop paying you, what happens to you? Do you have a source or economic background or something going on that you still can generate money without them?
So we have
He
to.
does.
He does.
He does have it.
Yeah,
He does have
See,
it, but the
continue
question
without
is,
them?
does he have the integrity
Exactly.
to
No,
create
but-
a new platform for people that they don't have to jump through anyone else's hoops?
But here's the thing: if he stops, can he go start his own TV show? with
Yes,
no problem?
he can.
The other TV stations
He
gonna
got
say
the money.
yes.
You said it's about the money. He got the money,
He has the money, but is he going to sit there
but he
and then
won't
go to
have
another
the.
show?
He probably won't have the backing, but he has the money.
But if he does say that though, I mean, he's not going to make the same amount of money that he's dishing out for his own TV
Exactly.
show.
He may get his own
amount of
backlash.
income, the amount of income that he's getting from that one TV show, let alone not even the radio station or anything like that. He's not going to make that source of income. You got to remember, just doing your own TV show, you're dishing out hundreds of thousands of dollars
Right.
for
So
the
you-
audience and not just for the audience. You got
Marketing.
the marketing, the fans. You got all this stuff that you're dishing out.
A lot of
You know,
overhead.
So now, what happens to his
Now-
Family
now-
Feud show? He gets fade out. What happens to the other stuff he's doing? They'll fade him out.
Okay, that's the problem. You're so worried about what what you said. You just hit it on the head. The thing is, yes, it requires money, but at the end of the day, I don't care what production company it is, who's paying them, where are they getting their money from, and 9 times out of 10, it's from the viewers, the watchers, the people that pays the
So
looks at the commercials.
without us, they're nothing.
Exactly. So he
Period.
needs to figure out how to create a platform where the viewers will come, because that's where the money is. That's the resource.
What's your thoughts on
I
that?
guess.
Oh, you wanted to hit on there?
I just wanted to say how I just wanted to piggyback on what she said. I guess
Yeah,
he
Mark.
already figured his viewers was the people who he around himself with.
Right. Exactly.
So you know,
And
That's what I'm
Quick
saying. He
question,
doesn't want to. He don't want to piss them off.
he don't. Yeah, he
Hold
don't
on,
want.
but what people are those, family?
He don't want to lie. Listen,
Those
he,
that write his
Yeah,
check.
because he don't want to.
Because once you started saying they,
Those
like,
people. We
who's
know those people are.
We never met they, so we
Yeah,
don't
we know
know.
who's they.
Well, you know who
Somebody
they
paying
is.
him
They
good.
not us.
The people, the
The
higher
people that's not us.
The 1%.
The one,
But,
yeah.
The
but the
1%.
ones that get the money
The
from
people-
us.
Don't
yeah,
throw
the
me in there because
1%.
I don't need them to blackball me.
I need, please, if anybody can give me a podcast deal, please, VH1, WeTV, please. I don't know what, please. But okay, real quick, before we switch, I just think Steve Harvey, I think he could have went about it a better way. He never, from my thing was, he never apologized to her on TV. He never
He never
once
did.
No,
said
he
he was
didn't.
sorry.
He never
He
did.
said, I should have called you. He never once said,
probably
Well,
should've.
he should have
Yep.
said, I should have called. He said,
Yeah.
I probably should
yeah,
have.
he, I didn't like that because that's your sister. If Nicole tell me, listen, I felt like you were wrong about that. You did me wrong. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Right.
But look, this how it wasn't like that. This is what I was trying to say. He never called out, and
Yeah.
then to expose her without calling her first. Remember what she said? I would appreciate it if you would have called me. Hey sis, I don't think you should have went about it that way. He went on a talk show and said that about her before. He never called her.
Yeah,
And
that's
see,
crazy.
that lacks integrity.
Yeah, so he said it's about it's not about integrity. He don't care about that. Cool, but
Everybody want to feed
Nah, he
their
was
family.
wrong for doing that. I
Yeah.
agree 100%.
He
Yeah,
can't do
that
that.
part,
Yeah, that part,
I
yeah.
agree he was wrong.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because if you could get on the talk show and talk and say what you got to say about her, you could have called her too.
yeah. So
Yeah,
that's just
That
my
part
thing.
right there, I understand. But like I said, at the end of the day, he explained when he sat to talk to her. If you could see his body when he was talking to her, I love you. It was basically he was saying, listen, Monique,
Yeah, I can't do what I can't say what you want me to say right
what
now.
I'm gonna say, I can't say to you.
Because like
I love you.
Like the brother Maul said,
me.
you know what I'm saying? Those people would have been like, Steve,
They're watching.
your ass is hot. Quick question. Did he cool out?
I don't think he cool now.
Nicole, did he cool out?
A little bit.
Jay, did he cool out?
50-50.
Yeah.
Good boss, Steve. Did he cool out?
Yeah, he did, man.
Did he cool out more?
He cooled out. And let me tell you why he cooled out. He said, this is what he said. He said the only way you can help the poor people is not become one of them.
He cooled out for that.
And I'm listen, you was poor once. Somebody helped you and gave you a shot.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I seen his story. Somebody gave him a shot. He was poor once. He was broke, and I understand he don't want to go back to them times.
And it
So
takes money. It takes money to help people to do
It
something.
does, and it takes money to help people. But most of these people who have the money they doing it to get a little write-off and not pay their taxes. They not really doing it from the heart.
It's not from
you
the
know
heart.
what I mean?
It's not
How could
sincere.
you say that?
I listen, because if that was, we would have the infrastructure like Dr. Umar we talking about. We would have the schools in place. We would have everything in order for us.
But you remember, everybody has their cause they would give to. I mean,
No, it's the cause
Dr.
that once again they are allowed to give to. You know,
Right.
So they take care of Africa, but not the ghetto.
Well, look
Something
at all
like
the
that.
black
I'll
people
get
with the money.
deep in.
Why did, okay, look at all the black athletes, actors, senates, people with money. Why are they not giving to Dr. Kumar like that?
Because they're not allowed to.
Once again, yes.
You're not allowed to help your own.
They don't let
No,
them.
say
Say that one more time.
If you're saying they're
it one more time, Nicole. Come on, hold it down.
They won't let them.
They can't do it.
It's in the clause.
It's in the clause.
so if you're okay with them not doing it, why are you getting on Steve then?
Who? No, we not okay with nobody. not helping
we not
the-
okay with
helping the
nobody.
community.
Exactly.
We just said Steve had the latest coonery act.
Yeah,
Steve Harvey, I love you.
performing
You're
on
my guy.
live TV.
But I gotta call you out when you're wrong. The same way, real quick, when Ray Lewis did, when Shannon Sharp did to Ray Lewis, he was right, but Ray Lewis said, Shay, you could have called me and said that. You know that you felt I was cooning out. You could have called me.
Yeah.
But he won national TV and said it, and Ray Lewis said, listen, I think that was wrong. You my brother. You could have called me and said that. Ray Lewis was cooning out, but you could have called him and said that. Quick, really quick. What do you think about the guy from Empire situation?
The guy Jussie. What's your take on that?
He's a liar.
Are you talking about the?
With the whole Chicago beatdown situation, they say he got punched in the face. Guys doing the Magna hat and all that stuff, but it came out that he was lying.
Oh, look.
What's your intake on that?
Listen, I just think he was wrong for doing that, but again, he's trying to get himself in the public eyes. Like
He was on the number one show in America.
I don't know why he needed to do it then. He needed the attention.
I just want to
Let's go more really quick.
They recently just came out with, the money that they so-called say that he paid, it was for his training, for him to get his body right. So, they have the allegations against him. They could be discredited right now. So what I'm trying to say is people are quick to, jump on the news bandwagon and what happened. We have to really play everything by ear, and we have to learn how to deduce things before we make, such, rash statements. Is he guilty? We don't know.
But we want to know your opinion. Like,
Right,
if you had to choose right now, do you believe him or do you not believe him?
That it was staged.
But was it staged or was it not staged? We just yes or no answer, Mark.
You know what? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say when I believe it happened to him.
So you believe it happened?
I thought they proved it already.
No, but you know what? Do you know why I say? Because sometimes them cops be doing sloppy work, and we let cops get away with sloppy work and just take their first words for it. Or he said this. But
this wasn't no sloppy work. They did real investigation. Like,
Yeah, they
you know what? They did say that.
Yeah, this wasn't no slop. This wasn't like a 1, 2, 3 job.
But
You understand what I'm saying?
Well,
You got to take on Feet?
Feet, what's your take on it before I dig deep into it?
I think he a liar.
I said,
You think he's a liar?
But to see, this is the problem right here. They locked his ass up so fast because he lied about a situation.
They had some time before they locked him up, though.
I mean, they did, but it wasn't even that big of a deal. You know what I mean? To me, the reason why to me it is not a big of a deal because we got a freaking president that lie every damn day, 40 times a day, 60 times a day, and they ain't lock his ass up. They locked all his other guys up, but they ain't locked his ass.
He's the part of
He's
they.
they.
He's
they.
We know the playing field is uneven.
You know,
Yeah, we know.
But
it's
I
uneven.
get what you're saying, though.
They won't get locked up.
Go ahead and touch
I
on
think
They
it.
will not lock themselves up.
That's
So,
my thought.
for me to
But
tell-
he's a
He's a liar, right?
Yeah, he's a liar.
I feel like Jess, and I like the brother, you know, regardless of what his background said. But I feel like it was staged because if those, I found out that those was his ex and his other mate.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard that there was some cheating allegations going on, and they seen him, and
That's what they said?
he started something, and they just rolled on him.
Yeah, it was a lot different.
But he went to the media like, you know, like they game bashing me, and
Yeah.
I heard it was no different from me walking down the street Rick, with a chick, and I see an ex, and they start wilding, and we jumped, they jumped me, whatever. So I think Jess got to clean that up.
I heard it's
he gotta go
it's a
sober.
letter involved.
It's a whole bunch of stuff going on.
Yeah, so I don't know what's true. You know,
So
the
you got
media is
on it?
reporting.
I
it,
don't have a take on it because at the end of the day, we don't know what's true, what's not true, and how does that help us?
It don't help us, but
I mean, the whole Chicago
if
movement,
you was on that
R. Kelly got
trial
locked
and they
up.
asked you, did you believe him or you don't believe him, which one are you rolling with?
You know, I haven't paid attention to the details to
Okay.
make a fair,
Assessment.
assessment of what's going on. So I can't really say anything.
That's
I just
honest.
like to be fair and just, and I can't.
There's nothing wrong with
I
that.
don't
Fair
think
and
We,
just.
we respect the Jan
We
Fuss.
call fair and just.
So
I
look,
don't think he should be locked up like permanently.
Yeah, I don't think-
I think
He
he
got
should do
locked
like
up.
yeah,
He locked up.
Yeah,
for
he
a
locked
while.
up.
Yeah.
that's. I mean,
For lying.
Yeah. All right. So basically, what happened? Long story short was he plotted his own beatdown. So basically, he went to the store, he bought something, and basically when he bought it, he walked out of the store and he just beat his ass, like pretending to beat him up, and they walked away with like $2,500 cash or whatever and something else, and then he called the cops.
What are you even doing
And
with
it
that
was
money in
and it
your
was the
pocket?
two Nigerian brothers. They were two Nigerian brothers, and they came. The police tried to get in touch with them. They told the police that it was all set up.
Wow.
That he set them up.
Wow.
So now the police do their investigation, and they, story adds up. One or two stories adds up, and they locked his ass up.
So,
I mean,
so
the
basically,
FBI
it is a
said
crime
so.
So
to make
what's
a false
the
police
charge?
report.
So the
Yeah,
That's the crime.
Falsifying
falsifying.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't think he should get 3 years.
No,
He's
yeah, I
facing
don't
3
think
years for that.
No,
He's not facing 3 years.
No, that is facing.
I
That is
mean,
facing.
He's gonna face some
Up
time,
to,
but we don't
yeah.
know.
Up to 3 years. I don't think
But
3 years.
see, people don't understand is the reason why I think he should get locked up is a lesson learned, because look what happened to Emmett Till, the lady with Emmett Till. The lady, she at 87 years old, she came out and said that she lied the whole entire time.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You understand what I'm saying?
I think
that's a lesson learned.
It's a bigger issue.
He need to get locked
Yeah,
up
it's
for
a bigger issue.
at least 6 months.
Yeah,
6
it's a
months,
bigger- it's a-
maybe 6
Throw him
months.
under the jail for
Yeah.
6 months.
Yeah, it's a
months.
bigger
It can't
issue
only be
because
6
then it
months,
stops
you
the
know what I'm
people
saying?
from using the
Yeah.
police against
Yeah,
you.
it's just
because that's just like me going down the street. I walk past a white lady and then she telling me, "Oh, that guy beat me up and I didn't even touch her." You know what I'm saying? Now I'm in a situation where I can't get out of jail because I'm a big black guy and I'm locked up for a certain amount of years. She comes out and say, "Oh yeah, well, I was just pretending." That's falsifying. You know what I'm saying? You
Right,
can't
and
do
that's
that.
just that's
You know what I mean? That's not fair to me.
Yeah.
That the police is taking her word and they didn't even get my side of the story or anything
Right,
like
if she a
that.
part of
You know
that,
what I'm saying?
equality
But
will
why do
continue.
black people always gotta take the brunt of everything? And listen, did Emmett Till lady go to jail?
No,
she
none
died.
of them went to jail.
Well, he don't need. Listen, get that with some probation. You know what I mean? Let him can't go nowhere and perform. And do what he got to
But
do.
you gotta understand
Well,
why.
he
You
is
gotta
right.
understand
Brothers.
why it's bigger than
Yeah,
that.
touch on it.
This is why it's bigger than that.
Let G touch on it.
This is why it's bigger than that, right? So you got to look at things like, so now, not only did he did in Black History Month, he made. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's a big stage. He's staging things. So now what you say is, all right, well, somebody beat me down. You put on the Magna hat. He tried to make it a racial thing. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, for the LGBT.
So now, for the LGBT. Exactly. So it's bigger than what it really turned out to be. All right. So then you do that, right? So now you got to. I don't know if you know anything about Chicago, but you got to. I know about Chicago. So you think about it like this. In Chicago is the hood. They are knocking jokers' heads off. You understand what I'm saying? So you figure where he was at was in the downtown section of Chicago. There's no black people there. You understand what I'm saying? It's all Caucasian people. And of course, if you're in the downtown area, It's cameras everywhere. It's police everywhere. You mean to see me? Ain't nobody see him get knocked out. Ain't nobody see him get stomped. Ain't nobody see him get robbed. You understand what I'm saying? Like you gotta understand that.
The story just don't add up.
The story just don't add up. The only way he could have got away with it if he would have said it was a gay hate crime. That's the only way he could have got away with it. But then when he put out the whole thing like, oh, it was a Trump thing. It was a they had the rope hanging thing across his neck, and
I mean,
he messed up when he did that.
Yeah, it does sound
Jesse wrong for that, bro.
That's when you make it a bigger problem. You understand what I'm saying? So when
And
you
his
say
father
like,
came out and said his own father apologized to him. He didn't even apologize.
it don't matter who apologizes when you make things like that. You cause things to be a bigger issue. You causing awareness to things that don't matter. It's just like we didn't even touch on this. It was just like when Chris Brown, old girl said that Chris Brown raped her. Not too long ago, like a month ago. It's the same. You understand what I'm saying? It's the same situation. Mm-hmm. So did she come out like, oh, lawyers get involved, court fees and all that get involved? Oh, nah, he ain't touch me. He ain't do nothing.
Yeah, it's just
man. Now, not only did she tarnish his name, he probably lost some fans.
Exactly.
He already
lost money.
Yeah, he lost money. He already in that type of action, that type of sauce. So now. If they would have believed him, they could have put him in jail and locked him up. As a matter of fact, he did get locked up.
He was overseas.
He got locked up for that. Yeah. So he could have did more time. So what happens if they would be like, you know what, he overseas, we won't keep him for 6 months, we won't keep him for a year.
Because it's their rules
over there. So who's to say, like, why not put her in jail?
I think they should.
Why not put her in jail?
Exactly. You're gonna call.
You made him lose money. This been happening a long time.
High-profile athletes. These women are lying.
Yeah,
now, granted, I do not believe all women are lying.
Yeah,
I do not believe all women are lying. But it has been happening for a long period of time.
And that's why. And then when people get mad when it's questioned like, oh, did he really rape you? Did this person really do this? This is the reasons why things are questioned. For examples like this.
Like the situation with Bill Cosby, R. Kelly. Like, honestly, I don't believe that. I don't believe none of, like, it took me 20-some years to come out of,
Nah, Kelly was doing them dirty. And Kelly was doing them. And that's my man. That's my man.
Everybody going to the door, my man.
Kelly was doing dirty.
Y'all accepted it from the beginning. It was just at the end. Now you want to sit there and come at him.
Everybody seen that. The video where he came out with the first video where he
Honey Love?
He handed the girl money. He just straight up handed the girl money. He just straight. Everybody seen that.
But then, does that make it okay because he handed them?
I mean, I'm not saying.
He got away. They say he got away with it.
I'm not saying that nobody prosecuted them before. Now that a whole bunch of women is coming out now they want to prosecute him. Why you didn't prosecute him before?
Because the money ran out. You got to remember back in the 90s, $100,000 was a lot of money. $50,000 was a lot of money.
Yeah, of course.
So, yeah, that's what it is. And as far as Bill Cosby go, he was everybody not lying. Come on. I'm not lying.
I'm going to say something. There was an era where drugs was popular.
Yeah, that's the Hollywood thing.
Sit there and he was doing this, and y'all was good with it. And all of a sudden, now you get to this end, and now you're going to say, oh my gosh, he did this and that, how horrible he was.
They ain't bringing none of the they men to the light, though. And it was a lot of them.
Come on, man. You know how many guns that did this stuff?
Bon Jovi. It was a lot of them.
What's my old boy name? Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, Harvey Weinstein.
I think it's an agenda going on, and I'm gonna put it out there. This is why I think the agenda is going on out here. I believe that all the black legends, they're trying to kill their legacy. They started off with Bill Cosby. Now they're going after R. Kelly. Why ain't nobody go after Harvey Weinstein? Why ain't nobody saying that about him? Why ain't nobody? Hey, watch this. They making all these documentaries. They making a documentary about Michael Jackson. Why ain't nobody saying that about Elvis Presley?
And he had a young, he had a 13-14-year-old girl.
Wife. Yep.
So why ain't nobody saying nothing about Elvis Presley? I think they killing
the black people.
They don't listen.
They
don't tarnish that.
It is termination on the black man out here, and let's just be honest. It's termination on it. So please keep your game sharp, keep your heads up, get yourself in the gym because the termination, the war's on. And in the words of my man from Menace to Society, the war's on. You either be the hunt or the prey because the war's on.
You gonna be
the hunt or the prey because the war's on. Before we switch topics and touch on that one more time. So you don't agree with Jussie what he did? He's wrong.
No, I don't agree.
Don't agree. Nicole.
I still don't have what to say. You know what? I do real quick. If he lied, don't do that. That's bad.
Yeah, Nicole.
I like that. I agree with
What about you, Jay?
I agree.
Did you lie?
I know he lying.
You know he lying?
I know he lying. I know he lying.
Jess, thumbs down for you this time, baby. But songs popping on Empire. Real quick, you agree with him? Disagree?
I disagree, man. I mean, he a liar.
I mean, yo, I'm with Nicole. I think if he lied, bad, but
Smack on the wrist.
slap on the wrist, man. You gotta do better next time.
Right.
All right, guys, let's go. We got the next topic, and this is a good one. I'm gonna ask you guys something, right? Just honest answers, very from the heart. What is considered a good education? Like what is considered to be a good education or a great education?
Okay, I'll start with that one. As a homeschool mom of 2, that was
Wait, pause. Let's clap that up.
Yeah, please. Clap it up.
That's homeschool.
Parent of 2.
Yeah, of 2. What you got, boy, girl?
I have a son and daughter.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Yes, so that is what led me to start homeschooling because growing up, school was different. The teachers cared. Not to say the teachers don't today, but it was a parent-teacher relationship, and it really helped with me and my development and learning. But when I started putting my children in school, I had that same expectation, and it wasn't there. So I'm looking at what they're learning, and I'm looking at the system and how they dictate, especially like with my daughter, she wasn't doing well in school. So and it pisses me off. There's a book called Kill 'Em Before They Grow by Michael Porter. And he describes it similar to what Dr. Umar is saying about the school system and how they use it to get unknowing parents to basically put their children into some type of medical diagnosis, to be drugged, to be labeled.
Yeah, it kills the brain.
And so I had the guidance counselor, the teacher, the principal, a social worker I didn't even know was in the school, and another teacher, and all of them had me at a table just like we are, and I'm on the other side, and they're telling me that maybe my daughter needs to get diagnosed, and maybe medication would help. And I told them right then and there, I am appalled that I have all of you giving me the same type of advice, nothing different, about what to do with my child, and that seems like an extreme resort. So that school year, I took both of them out because my son, on the other hand, he's a learner, and I saw him starting to dumb down.
He was decreasing in education.
At what point in time, what grade were they in?
I believe my son, he was going into the 3rd, and then my daughter was going into the 4th grade.
Okay.
So that was when I made the decision to pull him out, because then it started making me ask the question, what is a good education? What is a good school? And for a lot of people, a good school is where it's located. Not necessarily the information they're going to be given.
That's extremely true.
So then it was like, okay, do I take him out to put him in a good school? And it was like, no. I have to decide what I want them to learn. And that's when a lot of things started coming into play of how the education system is not providing our children with the information and the guidance they need to be their best selves as they exit out of school and into the world. So once I started doing research and deciding what it was that I wanted my babies to learn and what would make them their best selves, they have their own business, so they learn business and finance. We learn different languages. I expose them to different languages, so Spanish and French right now. They're learning how to do things, like I got a kit for them to know how to build a cell phone. Just putting it out there, different things to learn. The thing they have to know is how to read. We always get the books right now. And I make them read books that get their mentality right.
Okay.
They still have their fun books, but like they just got through reading The Millionaire Booklet by Grant Cardone.
Okay.
That's good.
And then we have a
Point
discussion.
more over there. Point more. Let's
I
go,
like
Mom.
business, man. I like Grant. I like how you talk.
Yes, so our children need money because guess what? The world is about money.
Yes.
It ain't getting no cheaper.
It ain't getting so we gotta up it. But
Shout out.
so I feel like I was in the best position to give them a good education. And my daughter, she's just a different type of learner. She's kinesthetic. So she needs to touch. She needs to
Tactile.
see,
That's tactile.
and the school couldn't accommodate her.
Yeah.
So why am I going to go get her tested by a doctor who's already, ready to write a prescription for her. And when parents don't realize, when those children take that medicine, it sterilizes them. So they're all in bed together as far as I'm concerned, and they're using our children as commodities.
They are.
Listen,
They exploiting them.
This is how I see it. I'm not even going to go into education. I'm going to something that's so deeper. When you spoke about how they try to label your child and give her the medicine at that moment, this is what it really is. It's a whole school to prison system that they are operating, because I seen it happen. Like, I seen my little cousin, when he came from school, they used to put him on medicine. He used to get off the bus. He used to be on the medicine. So he was so used to taking pills. By the time he got older, 16, he was, taking E-pills or whatnot, or whatever the pills was outside. He was already accustomed to it. And then he became,
a junkie?
He became locked up. He got locked up. Even though he's a junkie because he's addicted to pills. He's been taking it since he was 5, but he made the progression. And that's exactly what's happening to many of these kids, because for these schools, they get paid more money.
Yes.
Because everything is money. For each desk, it's like $25,000 per student. I wanted to be an educator into the system, but I saw that me being an educator in the system is so difficult. So creating schools like what Dr. Umar is, saying and preaching, I want people to understand that we can educate our own and not feel inadequate or like we don't know it, because right now with this, we give our kids come home with homework. Oh, I can't help you with that. That shouldn't be something we be cool with. As parents, we should be able to be like, all right, well, that's algebra. We got YouTube. We go study YouTube together, or whatever it is, whatever it's going to take. But what I think is a good education, I believe, foundation of your learning, your fundamentals, whatever you got to learn by 3rd grade. That's a good education. No, I'm telling you, and because you got to learn how to do math.
Actually, you're going to need that.
You got to learn how to read.
You're going to need that.
Multiply, divide. That's a good education, but from what adds on to make it better, you got to learn like business models, like what she said. Though I believe that learning real estate, learning other languages, because this world is so diverse that you could sell to anybody, or you could speak to anybody, communicate to anybody. So good education is really based on opening people to different things and becoming more diverse. Learning how to use your left and your right. So it's just being all around. That's what a good education is.
About
you, honestly, I think education is the best thing for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't think school is good. I think like Nicole said, homeschool is the best. Yeah. The reason why I agree with her is because you got kids that go to school that won't learn a thing. They're not learning anything outside in the real world. You know what I'm saying?
They're not learning survival.
No. So basically, they're not learning anything that I would do hands-on on a car, or they're not learning anything hands-on on how to weld, do stuff like that. Exactly what he's saying. So, my opinion, I think trades are better than degrees. And that's my opinion. And the reason why I say that,
they have schools that have trades though.
Yeah. In
high school though.
Now, it's I forgot what it's called. It's a trade school that work on auto body, they work on cars, they work on doing things.
Yeah. Lincoln Tech and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. So now,
like
and it's not even a big chunk out of your pocket. It's only like $2,500, maybe $2,000. Now, for an example, I knew this girl. She went to school. She went to college. She, the whole American dream. I'm serious. The whole American. This is every family: black, white, orange, green, purple. Every family. You go to school. You go to college. You graduate college. Now you in $80,000 in debt and student loan. Now you get a job that you won't even go to school for. Now you $40,000. Now your job pays $40,000. Now that's 11%. They take 11% out of your taxes. Now you're down to $55,000 a year. I'm sorry, $35,000. So now you in the hole. You understand what I'm saying? Now you gotta pay rent, you gotta feed your kids, you gotta get fresh. How you gonna get fresh? You got your car note, you got all this good stuff.
How you gonna get fresh?
How you gonna get fresh?
Hit it with the 8 bucks.
You know what I'm saying? How you gonna get fresh? Now you got your kids, you got your car note, you got all these things that you paying. Then on top of that, if you do own a house, you paying property taxes on top of that. I'm talking numbers now. I'm not talking no.
I'm not talking about
no renting and I'm not even talking about renting yet. I'm talking about big bills. I'm talking about big bills. I'm talking about stuff that you actually try to go to school for and try to be an adult for. You understand what I'm saying? So now we're going to take it to the middle class. Now we in that same situation. Now your rent is only $1,200 or $700 a month. Now you got kids. Now you on welfare and that's barely even paying anything. Now you got food stamps and that's not even doing anything for you. You understand what I'm saying?
And they taking your taxes if you owe student loans.
They taking everything. So now, remember, the only top of your job, you don't even get that much taxes back on your back taxes. You understand what I'm saying? Because
unless you got like 4 or 5 kids.
Yeah, but
You still don't get all your taxes.
yeah, you still don't.
You don't get no interest on
What's your
it.
take on it, Rick?
I don't know. I mean, I think the education that you should get depends on what is it you want to do.
Okay.
So whatever course you plan to take, you should learn to that extent so you can be proficient in that and make money in that. If you're not, I think anything else extra that they're throwing into you is just waste of space in your brains. You're not going to apply it. You're not going to use it.
Yeah.
It's just, I think the system now is just used to teach you to conform to a system. So you have worker bees, not thinkers.
Okay.
So
To feed into what he's saying, that
Exactly.
blueprint.
Nah,
to
but-
that old blueprint that they got set up for you.
But what you know what for what you said is that I heard you said that we're not going to use it. Now I just like to switch that up. Another way of thinking, another perspective is that it's not that we're not going to use it. It's just that we don't know how to use it yet.
When did you use algebra?
When did I use algebra?
Uh-huh.
Now listen. When I tell you when I use algebra, it's kind of crazy stuff that I'm a mathematician. Like I tutor math, so
Okay.
when it comes to learning how to budget my money and stuff like that, I could use algebra and stuff like that.
But you don't need
I don't
algebra.
need it. I
You
don't
need
need
it to budget money.
But I mean, algebra is arithmetic, and it's actually known in the unknowns and
There's only
whatnot.
four.
So
It's
it's only 4 things you need to know. I just told you
That's
third grade. I just told you.
Hey, I'm getting
You don't need that.
Get more out of
I
here.
just told you that.
I'm
I
in
already
third
told you
grade.
It's only four.
Math?
I can tell you if you want to, you want to give me some math. Give me geometry before you give me algebra, because I'm gonna need angles and everything else.
Yeah,
But
That's just
still, but algebra is in that geometry too. Like, you know what I mean? What I'm trying to say is, if you want to be a carpenter, you got a 90-degree angle and all that other stuff like that. We need to use some of the stuff, but we have to know how to.
We don't use much. Yo,
You gotta know how.
you don't use majority
You
of
just gotta
stuff.
know how to apply.
No,
it.
bro.
You
no.
need to know
No,
addition,
bro.
subtraction, division, multiplication, percentages, and
Fractions.
fractions. That's what I'm asking is, when
Right.
do you use algebra in your everyday life? Practical.
I mean,
Do you? Yes or no?
Yes, that's
we
no
do
question.
Yes
we do
or
use
no?
we do use it, but we just not. It's not probably unknowingly. It's not knowingly that you use it.
So the answer is no.
where?
Yeah.
So the answer is no.
So
I'm gonna touch on it really
It's-
quickly.
Yeah,
My
no, for some.
My definition of a good education. All right. I'm not against colleges. I'm not against any of those things, right? But to me, a good education is me having something where I can always feed my family. So I can go get a degree. A degree doesn't say that I'm gonna always feed my family. But if I learn how to be a brick mason, if I learn how to do roofing, if I learn how to be a plumber, be an electrician, I will always
Trades.
find work
Trades,
to
exactly.
feed my family. So, like in school, I believe that school is designed to create, like you said, workers. So you are qualified to work for somebody and make them richer. Now, yes, people got like a lot of degrees. You get incentives, you get high positions, but you're never in control of what you want to do. I feel like a lot of times school is like, okay, you're gonna get a degree, you walk off the stage, then boom, we're gonna send you to corporate America. You're gonna get you a job, and you're gonna live your life. You're gonna go get married, and that's it for you. I think a lot of people, I think dreams are lost in school Because once you're in school and you get in that debt, you got to work to pay that debt off. And by the time you start doing what you want to do, you only got about 15 to 20 years living anyway, according to statistics of a black person lives. At the end of the day, school is great. When I went to school, it was good for me, my social skills. Mm-hmm. I met a lot of people. Mm-hmm. And I can't even honestly say I learned a lot in school. I learned more when I got out of school. Because school didn't teach me that I needed to know about how to run a business. School didn't teach me that, listen, you're going to need to know what kind of questions they ask you on these tax forms. School, the first time I did taxes for a job, I didn't know what I was doing.
Well, you got to remember whose system you're running.
It's the thing. Hey. Touch on it real quick, Jay.
As far as school go in college, I'm not really against it. I think the problem is this, when you talk about, like, I'm just going to go straight to college. When you talk about college, right? So the first thing is like, you're going to graduate, you're going to go to school, you're going to go to college. I think you got to know what you're going to school for.
Yeah.
A lot of times people go to college, they go to school, you in this $50,000, $60,000, $80,000 debt, but you come out, you know what I mean? You a math teacher. You got a degree in mathematics. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So now, teachers don't make that much. So you still $80,000 in debt. I think if you're going to go to school, if you're going to go to college, you got to go for something that's going to pay. Yeah. You got to get your money's worth. You got to go be a doctor. You got to go be a lawyer. You got to go be a speech pathologist, a SLP.
But you know the American dream, right? You go to school for what you want to go to school for, right? That's the American dream. But but they don't speak that. They don't put that out there where they're saying that, yeah, you should go to school for this. They make you will feed your family, your kids, and your grandkids.
Yeah, but everybody don't want to do this. So if I give you a list, right? If I say, okay, look, you go to school and I give you a list of XYZ, and you don't want to be XYZ. That's not really my job as a professor to tell you, like, look, this is where the money at. That's your parents' job to teach you that. That's not my job as a professor.
You know one thing is true.
Understand what I'm saying?
I agree, yeah.
Look, one thing is this too. Like you said, G, a lot of people, in all reality, we don't know. When I first attempted to go to college, I didn't know what I wanted to do. So what happens is you take on all these majors, all these you don't know what you want to do. So I feel like if you don't know what you want to do,
don't go
to college. You're going to waste your parents' money.
Waste the money.
You're going to, and then when you get there, you're just going to be sitting there. Okay, I don't want to do this no more. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go to my guy's house. I'm going to get a new major. I don't want to do that.
Or now you done graduated with whatever degree they want to give you, whatever
computer.
Degree,
you hate computers.
Yeah. So now, you got to. Yeah, I don't want to do nothing computers, but you got a degree with the computers, and now you
found out that everybody said that's where you're gonna make money, so you went that route. And
so you went for the money and not for what something.
Yeah, but you gotta do what you love. You gotta do what you love.
That's
what you should be making money in something you love.
Our people have to have to like you said, we have to do something we love, and it doesn't feel like work. That's what, that's the goal for me in life. I wake up every day and I go to work, but it doesn't feel like work because I love what I'm doing.
And the money will come.
Yeah, I'm not a doula. I'm not gonna fight. If people going to work every day dueling, they fight with people companies. You're not a doula. Go get your own company. Put your money behind my damn dashboards and put yourself on.
That's the next step.
And then the other thing is they took out home economics. That's practical.
Yep.
That's what children could use once they're in their home. So they took out a lot of the things that children could use, and like if they still had it, children we about fashion. They could make their own clothes, make their own brand, but they took that out, and that's what we have to be aware of is that whatever they're taking out, we need to create something that we still have it implemented in their lives and have access to it. So that's the other thing about education too. That's my thing. Teach our children things they can use in their lives. That's practical.
To make them money.
Exactly.
And like you said, the thinkers, like a lot of times on assessment tests, I watched a study on Netflix and it showed like 73% of kids left the critical question blank. Because they don't teach us how to be critical thinkers.
Exactly.
So they did their whole assessment, but a lot of them failed because they didn't do the critical question part. Just those 2 questions. Or they read the passage and then you got to answer questions. So people are learning to read but not comprehend what they're reading.
Exactly.
So I can get on stage and say he's a great reader. I say, well, okay, so what was you saying?
What was your interpretation of it?
I'm sorry, I just read it. You got to ask Jamal. He's my professor.
Right. They're being taught what to think but not how to think. That's the problem.
It's a memory thing. I believe there's certain times in your when you go to school, certain times in your life, they train you to be a great memorize it. You
Yes.
can like it's words that I could never spell, but I can read to this day because I memorized them.
Right.
So I see it. If I saw
That's just your
pure,
brain.
if I saw pure from 5 years, from 1st through 5th grade, pure, I know it. If somebody say spell it, it sounds crazy, huh? But if I see it, oh, that's pure like what? Spell it. You know what I'm saying? Some people like, and I have friends like that, like spell it. You can't spell it, you know what I'm saying?
It's crazy because we did go to school with a lot of people like that. Like you can read it, but you can't spell it.
It's
Right.
because you
It would
memorize
sound
it.
crazy.
You're
It
like
sounds crazy.
Yeah,
Right.
You
don't
just
learn-
memorize
you don't
something
learn
over and
phonics.
over. Like, for example, a Tupac song. That was my man when I was growing up. I knew all the songs. But if somebody told me, I'll give you $100 and you sit down and write every lyric, I couldn't spell everything I was saying. I knew it because I heard it every single day.
Right.
In our schools, they took out phonics, so that's something that's very big.
Yeah.
That taught you how to pronounce words, create words.
Yeah, see,
Now you don't have that.
People
All you
don't-
learn is by sight. You see, what's it? Hot, pot. But they may not. They may see the same word. They see the word, but they don't know how to still pronounce because they don't remember the word. So now they're not pronouncing. And I think a parent should at home. Besides, when the kid come home, you did stuff in school. Okay, that's it. The education doesn't stop
Yeah.
at school.
Right.
Jamal,
Let's
my
continue
friend
that.
Jamal talks
Listen,
about that.
Let me tell you something. I don't think I learned how to read. I know how to read by watching Channel 13. By that
Read the Rainbow.
Learn to read
Yes.
and read the Rainbow.
Yep.
We don't have the programs, but these kids watch.
We need to create.
They
That's
watching
what
the old
like
Sesame
Nicole
Street.
said.
the old Sesame.
We got to create platforms
You're like
where we can
fast.
teach our
You're like-
kids.
I
We
remember
got-
that lady
I
lip.
remember
That
that.
black lady lips was like I was stuck on
Right,
that.
We don't even know. Kids know. They don't know they vowels. They don't know These kids don't know nothing but these iPhones. these
iPhones.
internets.
They know these things.
But we need to cater education to that. It's
Yeah.
not their fault that they were born in a digital age. So why are we still trying to teach them from when
The Stone Age.
You know, when they had school in churches.
And they had chalk.
Listen,
Exactly.
we don't know how to build these phones, but we know how to buy these phones.
Yes.
You know, but we don't know how to
But
make
we know.
them.
We were grown to be consumers.
No, I mean we're grown to be
Grown
consumers,
to be
but
consumers, I like
it's
that.
people that was who could build these phones. If we could build these phones, they would probably cost like $100 or $200, $20 to make, probably in China. I don't know how much it costs to make.
No, it
But
it
if
don't
we
cost
could
more than
find-
what we pay. It don't cost nowhere near what we pay for
It
these
don't.
phones.
Their markup is
They're definitely
crazy.
getting,
The
And
markup
the
is
thing
profit.
with that is, everybody, I don't care, from this point on, everyone is going to have a phone, some type of digital device. So why are we not guiding our children
To communication.
to
Learning to fix them.
Right.
Learning how to
cyber
do-
cybersecurity? Like that's a
Cyber-
trade school. They could spend 2 years and then come out making $80,000.
Cyber-
Well, I need to sign myself for
I need
cybersecurity.
to somebody.
I need to go take some cybersecurity class
Because you do notice that in the tech field, it's not many black people you see. They're fighting with the other counterpart to hold the jobs. Like they won't give a certain position, but there's some who get there. But remember, when they get there, they feel that they want to be the only one because they don't want the next competition.
Which leads us to
If
the
we
next.
can do our own, it'll be so beautiful.
Which leads us to our next question, and it's this: we're going to touch briefly on. We need to be more business savvy. Nicole and Rick, explain to the people the importance of financial development, the importance of being financial savvy. We need that. Before we wrap it up, we need to know, we need that. And I saved it for last purposely because we want the people to know that.
Fine.
We need to know about accounts, different things to put our money in instead of the bank. These are the things that people need to know that we do not know.
Financial literacy. I think it's important for a community to thrive. Because if you don't know how to handle the money that comes into your home, how are you going to move to do anything else? You need to know about where your money goes, how to budget, where to put your money, how to start a business, how to run a business, profit, not work for profit. I mean for salary, but for profit.
Okay.
You need to know something you're going to teach your kids because it all deals with the economic structure. If we have no economics, we got no say. We are the biggest consumer. I remember I was watching a video yesterday, 1954, how to sell to the Negro. All we as consumers, and we've been consumers from then, but we've never been the ones to make everybody buy. Everybody comes to our area to open up shop, but tell me you can go to their area and do the same thing.
Oh
No.
no! Oh no!
No.
No, it's never gonna happen.
We during the Great Depression, we still thrive. all the black towns, communities, where it was, we still thrive. But what I think desegregation did to us is made us, we want to be accepted by by them. And because of that, we abandoned our own. So look what happened to our cities. Look what happened to our neighborhoods, our towns.
We lost the economy.
Exactly. We drive this market, but we don't sit there. We're learning only to be consumers, not producers.
And you're right about that. I think that people need to invest in learning how to budget their money because you need to save your coins. I told my man Shalil. He spoke. I was like, yo. He was like, yo, man. I don't know what to do, man. I got all this money, but I don't know where to put it. I was like, listen. I want you to just take 10% of what you make. Every pay, I don't care where you get paid from. If it's $1 they pay you, take 10 cents and put it in a jar. Save 10% of every profit. I like what you said. Don't make a salary, make a profit.
Exactly.
Now, you gotta have that type of mind state.
And then go. One of the first things is we need to attack the mind state because we have a way of thinking that they gave us, but we need to change that. And we are responsible at a certain point in our life or age that we know that what's going on. So you have to search for information or look for it. If it's given to you, you have to take action.
So basically, it's mentality.
It's
right?
mentality.
That's first and foremost.
It's mentality.
You
so
have
our
to make that
mentality
switch.
is not it's not into being
wealthy.
It's into being the biggest consumer. It's into keeping up with the Joneses because
That's
we've
it.
been so deprived our lives.
You
Because
wanna be accepted, so you
we've been
buy
so
this.
given, hand-me-downs that when we get our money, the first thing we want to do is go splurge at a Gucci
Exactly.
store, a Fendi store.
We don't spend consciously.
Yeah, we don't think about if me, G, and Rafiq come together and we put $10,000 down a piece, we got $30,000 on the house. We don't think like that.
Right.
So our
Because you're
mentality be
thinking
attacked first.
You're thinking of self rather than collectively.
Exactly.
So we are the founders. We are the originator of working together. But that's been taken away. And now every time we do something, it's me, 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 I.
Right.
I didn't build shit. We built shit.
And without people too, it's a lot of trust. We don't trust each other because of the mentality, like Nicole
The
said.
divide and conquer.
The divide and cut mentality.
See, I would be afraid to work with G, not me. But if I was a black man, he said, "Listen, I got this idea. All I need from you is 30,000."
You know
gonna
why
look at
the trust factor isn't there? It's because we don't have core values and principles that we honor. Just like with men, bros before hoes. It's a code.
Yeah, that's
and if
cool.
you
That's
break
a real life code
It's
we
a
got to
problem.
Yeah, exactly.
But go ahead. I'm sorry.
And not only that, like I told you earlier, if nobody see you invest in yourself, nobody's not gonna invest in you.
Exactly.
So
Right.
if you do not, like I told you, I had my company for 3 years now. When people
And
start,
what did you do?
I own a logistics company.
Okay.
So basically, I have 4 different accounts: Wayfair, Best Buy, Amazon, and XPO Logistics. And I just got an account with Iberia Foods.
Clap it up for the
So-
brother, please. Nigga, my brother out here. Go ahead. Talk to the streets, man.
So if people don't see you investing yourself, if you're not spending money on yourself, if you're not giving your last on yourself, it's basically almost like football. So I compare everything to football. So because I'm a football player. So basically, like if I don't go out there and train and work out and do what I gotta do, so basically if I don't go out there and do my
They
homework,
don't get no looks, no scouts.
yeah, no homework. If I don't do my homework on how to run this, or if I don't read on how to do this, or if I don't know how to do my taxes, if I don't know how to do this, and how much my monthly expenses are, what I'm gonna spend in a month, how much I'm profiting, things like that.
It's not gonna be lucrative for you.
Exactly.
But see,
So-
the thing is this, right? We need to know is where, like, you got your business, it's thriving. That's good, right? But what about the kids that get paid, right? Let's say I get a check every week, but I need to know, besides the Gucci store, besides Nike's, Jordan, I need to know, okay, what if we have somebody say, you know what? When you get paid, put your money in this type of account, right? Rick and Nicole, they know about accounts you can put your money in to where this money will make you money versus sitting in the bank when you get 0.1%, and that's nothing.
Yeah.
Over time, that's nothing. But you can put in different accounts where you say, oh, 3 years later, this $1,000 will be this. Or every time you get paid, it comes out into the type of accounts. We need to know that as people in order to get to the next level, because if not, we will die living paycheck to paycheck. Certain ones of us start businesses, certain ones of us try, and we fail. I'm not against person
Now
trying
let me
to
tell you
fail.
something. I don't call it a failure if you tried something. If you learn from it, It was just something that didn't work. So what you take out of it is, what can I do different the next time I'm going in? That shouldn't discourage you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing. You said it. Failure is not a bad F word. And that's the problem going back to the school system. What happens? You get that big fat red F.
Yeah.
And it,
like they said,
it
hey,
devastates you. And failing is not a bad thing. It's a teachable moment.
Mm-hmm.
It was something I forgot or I didn't know. And I didn't implement it. So let me try again.
Exactly.
So that's the thing. The language that we were taught in school or wasn't taught in school, for instance, growing up, a lot of us in school or home, the talk was not about money.
Yeah.
My first conversation about money when I got my little Burger King job was, you're going to have to put some of that towards the bill. And that was the end of our conversation about money.
But you know what? I sincerely think that's good, right? Because when I first started working, my grandmother made me pay rent. I never understood it. As a kid, I never understood why I was paying rent. I said, your house is paid for. Why am I paying you rent? Mentally, I said that. I mean, I couldn't say it to her.
You couldn't say
Right.
Because, you know, I would have been, well, you can get out of here and pay no rent. But what it did for me was it created a sense of accountability. So it doesn't matter what you got going on. I don't care if you want to go on a vacation. Before you leave this house, I need to have that rent money.
But the problem with that is, she didn't give you that talk about saving money. Where to
Investing
put it,
money,
investing money. Like, look, I want you to have X amount by the time you're 25. So you're going to take some of that money, like you recommended the 10%, somewhere where it's taking advantage of compound interest.
Yeah, and my friend.
Checks and balances.
So
I didn't know that stuff. I didn't know about life insurance, even though my mother had a bank account in life insurance. She never had that talk with me.
Yeah.
So I never learned the value of it. So that's the problem, is that we're not having conversation. And then as adults, we're still not having a conversation. And we're running around being broke, struggling, trying to look like we got something, but we're in serious
We have no
debt.
assets.
So we can't even have, we have no assets. And that's
We're a bunch
important.
of material.
Because as we start, like that 10%, that could have went into something, an asset that started accumulating, and now it pays your car note. And then you take your money and put it in another asset that pays for your rent. So now your time is being freed up because you got your assets working the money through passive and portfolio income. And then you get to do what you love, like we said earlier. Instead of having to be somewhere because you got a degree, you're in debt, and you hate what you're doing. So assets is the key thing, plus being an asset. Like he said, he's very marketable. Because now he's an asset to the right people that can appreciate.
Today. He's marketable today.
But he's valuable to me
He's
too.
valuable to me
Because
too.
he
Very
comes into
marketable.
our community and
But
we
they
can do
love him.
something with. Yeah, they love him. But we love him too because we appreciate what he's
Now,
doing.
my thing is now, you have your business, so you feel the money fuels the business. Do you have something put away that the money works for itself while you take care of the business?
of course.
See, he said, of
I-
course.
I-
I invested in share marketing. So I have over 122 different shares. As far as the portfolio, I don't have a portfolio yet. I don't have one portfolio yet. But I was looking into it. I just hired an accountant, literally maybe last month. So I'm going.
I'm not gonna say, I got nothing against accountants. I love accountants.
I mean,
Market yourself, Rick.
Hold on, let me
Okay.
finish. I mean, the money, it's a lot of money flowing in. You understand what I'm saying? So when you have that many different accounts, and a certain amount of trucks running at different accounts, and then you got. I'm having more money income than more than I'm dishing out. So
That's beautiful.
you know what I'm saying? So now I'm profiting a lot more than what I'm usually profiting because my company's expanding. So when my company's expanding, I can't run everything. I can't be at this location, then at this location, then at this. I'm going to be running around with my head cut off. You understand what I'm saying? So now I'm trying to figure out a solution where I can figure out where I can manage my money safely and correctly.
Yeah, that's what it's
You need
about.
a
Where
system.
I can't say, okay, well, I was never that type of guy to put all my eggs in one basket.
That's right.
I was never that type of guy. I
Preach.
would never have all my money in one bank account. I would never do that.
That's right.
I have a national account, which is basically like a Wells Fargo, just in case I go nationwide.
Yeah, exactly.
I have one account just for locally. like just a
This
local
brother is
account,
good.
and then
Yes.
I just have like a regular credit union where it's just my personal assets, where I can functionally have my money where I want to, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So like, far as an account, that's when you're making that type of money. I'm not saying you're gonna need one, but that was my suggestion.
I think it's a good thing.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah, we're gonna.
because they take care of the taxes, they take care of the payroll, they take care of what you're making a month, what you're losing, what you're dishing out with the fuel costs. Like the accountant that I was referred to, he gave me a whole list of what I'm going to be dishing out, what I'm dishing out monthly once I take on this new account of what Iberia. So now he's like, yeah, you're going to be dishing out the fuel costs, because now I'm going from Jersey to upstate PA. I'm talking about Hazleton, Scranton, I'm talking about up there. So now,
Man, get out of my man, please. My man is up here. He's giving you game to the streets.
I'm just trying to figure out, is he they though?
Yeah, he's a part of the game. His baby Steve Harvey. And listen, you want to wrap it up real briefly.
I'm not day, man. I'm not day. I just do everything wisely. Like, I started off with one truck. That's it. And I work for myself. I literally work myself. I bust my ass every day. I work 6 days a week. I did not go out for 6 months straight. I bust my ass. And then the third month, I got a second truck. But see, this is what people don't understand. That first truck I had a helper. So the helper that I had on the truck with me, we was together for a month. I was training him. And he was asking me, yo, my brother needs a job. I was like, oh, word? Tell your brother, come on, let's go. You know what I mean? So he was, all right, cool. He was like, I was like, tell your brother he can start on Monday. Brother started Monday, have him and his brother working, right? So now I have a driver and a helper. And I'm thinking in my head. So I'm like, maybe I could, expand my company a little bit more. So now I have a driver and a helper. Now I'm training them two on how to hook up appliances or do furniture, whatever it is. And now I'm training them two on how to be on their own.
Yeah.
So now I gotta train them my way. I don't want
duplicate it yourself.
Exactly. So now even though like I told you, if you invest in yourself, other people invest in you. So now I'm investing in myself. So now I'm like, okay, well, I'm making a sacrifice now. So now I'm like, okay, I'm dishing out more money than what I'm taking in. That's cool. The reason why it's cool is because when they get on their own, now I'm making twice as more money than what I was making before.
So quick before you wrap up, what advice would you give to a kid coming out of school if he tell you, I want to go to college? What would you tell him? Know what you did with the business. What would you tell him?
My opinion, I would tell him to go to trade school, and I would tell him to invest in property and logistics. The reason why I say that is because property will never go nowhere. You buy a house, you got to think of it like this. Everything is a longevity. You want something. Me, I'm not living just for my son or my daughter. I don't have kids, but I'm just using an example. I'm not living for my son or my daughter. I'm living for my grandchildren. I want to have my grandchildren make sure they're good. You understand what I'm saying? So I want to make sure my family's good. I want to make sure I'm carrying my legacy well. My legacy be carried well. You understand what I'm saying? So, and not only that, when they get older, they can have something to have when they get older. You understand what I'm saying?
You want the legacy to continue.
Yeah.
You know what was good?
I don't mean to cut you off. You want to shout out your company or whatever?
It's called R&R Logistics.
Where can they find you at, fam? Tell us, ladies, where they can find you at.
1 Slater Drive, Elizabeth, New Jersey.
Okay. Rick, touch on it, Rick, before we wrap up.
I gotta remember what I was about to say. What I was saying, you bring the generation well, so your family doesn't have to hit that reset button every time, and that's what we're doing with generation after generation. Every time we start something or we get something, it doesn't go. We don't think about the next generation. We only think about ourselves, and that is good. Yeah. And I'm glad that you're doing that, because most of us don't do that. And you see, your mentality was different.
Yeah.
Right.
That's Rick's mentality.
Your mentality. I don't know if you always thought that way or you learned it start to shift as you got older, but this is where you are now because your mentality changed. The minute you got 2 drivers, you said, wait a minute, I can make more money if I train him to do that. I leverage my time with him and his brother. I can go do something else. Okay, let me get that. And your company grew. And
from one, that's when they went on their own. God brought another 2.
Exactly.
Them two now got 3 trucks. Them two on their own, 4, 5, 6,
Exactly.
7.
And you kept duplicating yourself. You showed them how to do it the way you wanted them to do it. So now they're working the way you do it because you set the pace. You
course.
set the standards. So you didn't take the lazy route, so now they're not doing the lazy route. Now, you got proficient 10, 20 trucks doing the same thing that you would have done. So that's you out there all day. And that's the best way to do it.
I'm gonna clap it up for all the people who came on the panel tonight, please. Miss Nicole was amazing. Rick, of course, my co-host, Rafiq. Listen, if anybody needs jobs, can they come? This is what we want to know. Before we wrap up, if any of the kids need jobs, can they come to you?
Hiring.
All the time.
Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
Big Rick, anybody need jobs, can they come to you?
Yes, they can.
You don't,
What you do, Rick?
What I do? I do financial services. And also, Miss Nicole, Miss Monet. That's
Oh,
her
Miss
name.
Monet got fancy
Miss
on.
Monet.
Miss Monet.
I have an alter ego. My name is Miss Monet
Yes.
as well because I started a program where I teach people to take their money and turn it into Monet. You've turned your money into Monet.
That's
It can
smooth.
do
So
some
I like
things.
that.
So like we was talking about mentality, that's what I'm teaching. Have a credit mentality. Have an income mentality.
What's the name of your
Yeah,
company?
listen, shoot your company out real quick.
Name of my company is Be Poor No More.
Be poor no more, please. Clap it up. Be poor no more. My
you
girl
Rick,
Nicole
Rick,
now.
No, I can't throw the
Ah! Rick just do
Okay,
financial services.
Financial services.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Please give a big shout out to my cameraman, Be More Famous.
Super
Love you.
producer B-Mar.
Everybody came on the panel. Rick, Nicole, G, Rafiq, Jamal. Thank you guys so much. Peace and peace and blessings.
Tell them what you do, Maul.
What you do, Maul?
What you do?
Yo, listen, man. I'm the #1 cable seller, man. Real estate, man. I do it all. Solar panels. Listen.
Shout out my girl
we get
Keisha.
everywhere,
She
man.
have a clothing line.
We shouting out everybody.
All the black
Everybody. Shout out
entrepreneurs. Shout out my girl Noonie, Sassy Blinks, right?
Yeah.
She got the Sassy Blinks. Shout out my sister Shada Kanzada. She has
Shout
the
out
lip
to
gloss
Shada.
popping down in Atlanta, doing her thing. Shout out everybody. My man Travis with the shirt. We black owned everything, not just for 3 months. We black owned everything. Peace and love, family, from Ying Black. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. That concludes the POV podcast. Peace and blessings. We out.